All right, in the kitchen today, Brent Schmidt. He is the chef, owner, namesake of Brent's Restaurant in downtown Hampton. I'm a little nervous because the countertop is looking kind of bare, but I know you're cooking something today.
Oh, yeah. Well,
keeping it a secret?
No, we're doing little potato crepes with smoked salmon, and we're going to put cucumbers and red onions, a little creme fraiche on it today. We're going to start off with our potato crepe. We've been trying to look for ways to a little bit of leftover mashed potatoes that we have, and we've come up with this little recipe.
All right, we're going to get started in 1 second. We're just giving them the preview now. We'll get our ingredients out and we'll start on the potato crepe in just a moment. All right, All right, we're back here in the kitchen. Brent Schmidt joins us, chef and owner of Brent's Restaurant in downtown Hampton. He's making a couple of spring dishes for us today, starting with the smoked salmon and potato crepe. And by making, I mean like you've already gotten started here with our crepes. So you had the batter in a squeeze bottle.
Sure, yeah. This is something we make in advance. We can hold it for 3 to 4 days.
Okay.
And
are there potatoes in there?
Yeah, we've got about a cup of mashed potatoes, 3 or 4 eggs. There's very little flour just to kind of bind it up a little bit, salt and pepper.
So you put it in a food processor? I mean, how do you get it like that, liquefied?
Oh, well, we have the warm mashed potatoes that we take out, and we measure them up, and then we kind of just whip it all together. And then there's a little cream in here, and basically what we've got going is our crepes. Have already got a couple in the pan here. You can actually do these ahead of time if you're going to have a little party and you're having people over for cocktails or maybe a nice little light appetizer.
Okay.
And I just throw them in the oven for a few minutes just to warm them. Toast them in the pan.
So is it like pancakes where you're waiting? Are you waiting for like you know how you wait for the bubbles?
No, see how they're sliding around the pan now?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's see that little white crust going around the little edge right there?
Yeah.
That's how we can tell
they're
cooked.
Do you flip it over?
Yeah. That's how we can tell they're cooked on that one side.
Okay. This is new. I'm going to have a lot of questions.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Are you feeling patient today?
Oh, I'm patient every day.
Good.
And then see how we got, how it kind of curls up a little bit. So these little jammies are getting kind of hard to flip over there.
That's because you're trying to do it on television.
Yeah.
So is this going to kind of be stacked up with the salmon?
Yeah, we're going to use this as a base. And then we'll go ahead and plate one of these up right now, as a matter of fact.
That fast? You're done?
Yep.
So tell me about the salmon then.
The salmon, it's a Scottish smoked salmon.
Okay.
You can purchase it BJ's, higher end supermarket.
Yeah. So there's no cooking here for the salmon.
No, not at all. It's already done. It's already sliced. It's ready to go.
Okay. I'm going to switch sides with you.
And then
I can tell. You got to be over there.
Crepes are just about ready there.
Oh, they smell really good.
And then we'll just put a little salmon on each one.
Is this finger food? Do you
Yes, it is. You could. You could treat it like a French burrito, if you will.
A French burrito, okay.
And then we'll just put a little onion on each one.
And what's the other stuff? A little cucumber?
A little cucumber.
No seeds?
No seeds.
Very fancy.
Well, the neat trick about the regular grocery store peeler, like, I had one here just a second ago.
That's all right. What were you going to say?
But anyhow, the handle, how it's kind of hooked like that, you can just kind of take it and run it through the back side of the cucumber and cut all the seeds right out of it.
Oh, wow, okay.
That's a neat little trick to kind of do them a little quicker.
And then what's going on top?
And then we have a little creme fraiche.
And what's in that?
Creme fraiche is like a French sour cream, if you will. What we do at Brent's is take heavy cream and sour cream and a little bit of vinegar, and we mix it together and we let it set out overnight. And the acid from the vinegar and the sour cream kind of mixes in with the milk cultures and will cause it to thicken up. And
so you let it, when you say you let it sit out overnight, you mean like out on the countertop?
Yeah, right on the countertop.
Really?
Yeah, loosely covered. And you're going to want an area where there's no draft.
Okay.
And the extra cultures or the extra acid in there is going to activate the good bacteria that's in the cream, and it's going to block out the bad bacteria from coming in to make it spoil.
So it's good for you. Now that's really neat. I didn't know you could do that. All right, so that is just one of the dishes that we're going to make. Brent is going to make a chopped salmon when we come back, and he's going to tell us more about what's happening at Brent's for spring. Thanks very much. All right, don't forget about Celebrity Night coming up if you'd like to go out to dinner for a great cause. And anytime you want to go out to dinner, you might want to check out Brent Schmidt's restaurant. He's the chef and owner of Brent's in downtown Hampton. If you're just tuning in, he already made that salmon and potato crepe, which was delicious. And we'll put the recipe online at thehamptonroadshow.com. And now we're moving on to our fresh chopped salad. Oh, yeah. We've got cucumbers, onions, artichoke hearts. We've got a little oven roasted chicken, carrots, and a nice hard salami. And everything is diced up nice and small, hence the name chopped salad.
Oh, yeah.
But it's good because it's not a big mess when you eat it.
Yeah.
I'm a spiller, so I appreciate when it all just stays on the, you know.
Oh, sure. Yeah, a little bread and get right on there with a fork.
Yep.
And we also have our chopped romaine. I saved a little bit so I can show you how we get to that.
Trade places with
we call this a chiffonade when it's cut that small. And what I like to do and teach other people to do is kind of just roll your lettuce up like this.
Yes. This is what this is a chiffonade?
Yeah, it's a little easier to manage.
Okay.
And basically all we're going to do is, see how the knife stays against my finger? This is called a bear claw. That way everything's tucked back and it's nice and safe.
I was going to say that looks dangerous. So you're actually using your knuckle to kind of guide the blade away from the tip of your finger.
It's always on that part of my finger, so it never comes in towards my anywhere on my hand or my fingers.
Okay.
This is a safety thing.
That looks like a trick.
And then we can go a little faster, or you know, starting off, you know, you just want to go nice and slow.
Right.
Get it nice and thin. I've done this once or twice before.
How did you get started cooking?
It's something I've always done as a child, and started working in restaurants and did a little community college. It wasn't for me, and started working at a Japanese restaurant with some dear friends of mine, and kind of from there started going to culinary school and moved to the Keys and came back here and got lined up with a chef friend of mine, Bill Lee, who has a wonderful restaurant in Williamsburg.
Well, you know what? Sometimes the path to success has a little zigzag in it, and that's okay.
Oh, for sure.
Mine does too. Mine has like a dip and a loop-to-loop, and
well, we can't forget our salad dressing.
Is that something you make in the restaurant?
Yep, it's a basic balsamic vinaigrette. We find a nice organic balsamic vinegar that we use, and then really full flavored olive oil. And basically we're doing 50-50 to, you can do a cup, half cup, 4 cups, whatever you're doing.
Depending on how much you want to make.
And then basically what we're going to do is just take a little bit of our lettuce, and then a little bit of each one of our vegetables to go in here.
So you will make this kind of to order. You're not just mixing up a huge salad and then serving out of that.
Oh, no. Because everything, the lettuce will start to wilt.
Okay.
And then you have the acid from the vinegar and the dressing there that'll also start to make the lettuce at the wilt. Basically, we're just putting a little bit of everything in here.
If folks have not yet found their way to Brent's, where are you in Hampton?
Oh, we're at 9 East Queensway in downtown Hampton.
Okay, a little historic street.
Yeah, you can follow us on Facebook at Brent's Fine Food, or you can check us out on our website at brentsfinefood.com.
Got anything special coming up for Easter, Mother's Day?
Well, our brunch is always special every Sunday. You know, we're one of the few places that makes hollandaise from scratch, classical French style, and it's super, super delicious. And then we're just going to shake this up. Put a little bit of our dressing here, and once again, this is one of these things. As long as you have the lettuce, you can, your imagination, which is what you can make the salad to be.
Okay.
If you like seafood, crab, shrimp, broiled scallops, anything like that, it's really, really delicious with this.
So what makes it, chopped is not so much what's in there, but just how it's
done, and the style of the theme of.
Okay.
And we're just going to toss it kind of around here.
Do you have a spring menu? Do you change your menus seasonally up there at Brent's?
We pretty much do it every day. Kind of depends on what we can get fresh locally, and kind of, if we have any new fresh ideas that we want to try. And
you mentioned that some of the ingredients in the dressing were organic. Do you try to stick to a lot of organic stuff in the restaurant?
As best we can, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a local guy that I get some of my seafood from that, fresh scallops, rockfish once in season. That's what I had last time.
All the chefs say they seem to have their guy. And someday I want to meet that guy because I want to know if it's the same guy.
And then after it's all tossed together, basically we just kind of put it right on our plate here. We do a neat little presentation at the restaurant where we have a PVC tube that we put on the plate, load the salad in, and then we'll take a spray can, wrap them in a plastic wrap, and kind of pack it down so you get like this little fun tower of salad, and when you hit your fork, it kind of explodes all over the plate.
Wow. Why didn't you do that today? That sounds very fun.
Well, we're kind of pressed for time this morning.
Now I think I'm a little angry with you.
You'll feel better after you have this, after you try the salad later on.
That's probably true. I felt a lot better after trying that potato and salmon crepe.
Oh, yeah, it's good, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so serve it with a little bit of bread, or any other tips for someone if they were going to try to make it at home?
If you're going to make it at home, you can do this a day in advance. This is a really killer salad. If you're going to do tomato, I recommend doing that, or tomato and cucumber, two things. We'll probably do last minute, but the rest of the stuff you can do a day in advance, keep it in your fridge. You can even do the lettuce a day in advance. Just want to keep a little damp towel on top of it to kind of help keep the lettuce crisp.
Oh, like wet the paper towel and throw it on top of the bowl?
Just wet it, wring it out a little bit, and set it right on top of lettuce, a little plastic wrap, and it'll help stay nice and crisp romaine.
All right, but no dressing until you're about to serve it.
Oh yeah. Then you just throw it all together when you're ready.
Don't put that the day before.
No. You can make the dressing day before.
Right.
Make it easier for you.
Don't put it together. Don't cram it in the PVC pipe if you really care, to do it that way. All right, well, I'm sorry we didn't get to see that neat trick, but of course, that's why you could go to Brent's Fine Food, have Brent do it for you, and then you get the cool presentation there. 9 East Queensway, right there in downtown Hampton, 722-1185, or brentsfinefood.com. And you said you're alive and kicking on Facebook, too.
Oh, yeah, Facebook, Brent's Fine Food. If you look that up, you can friend us, and we do posts pretty much every day with recipes, pictures of the restaurant, what we're doing.
Okay. Cool. All right, well, I'm going to bring my friends Ariane and Chris back in a little bit, and we're going to give it a try, not only for the chopped salad, but also that potato crepe with salmon. Both recipes will be on thehamptonroadshow.com later on today. Right now, we're headed over to the bus.